So at what point do you determine whether what you are feeling into your mind is positive or negative? Let me bring this scenario so that it will clear my question. Like, you see, as a Ghanaian, when you are in Ghana, maybe you're a graduate, you want work, but the type of work you want is maybe white collar work. But you see, you cannot do any other work. That's your mentality, apart from that work. So when you don't get it, it's like you want to Japan. When you Japan, when you get there, that white collar job, there is no opportunity for you. The same situation.
Mm-hmm.
Then you resort to doing any other work. So over there, you are faced with a situation whereby there is nothing. You have to do something. But meanwhile, the same mentality, when you are here, using the same analogy and mentality, you can do something or anything apart from your maybe qualified area or something.
Yes.
So I don't know. People may say that, oh, outside is good, here is not good. But you see, when they go there, their mentality changes because of the situation they are faced with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether it's a mentality problem or.
So what's your question?
My question is the information we feed into our mindset. At which point do we know, or at which point or which situation do we determine that this is a positive information I'm feeding into my mind? You get it?
Okay. I'll attempt to.
Because if you look at what is going on Facebook and TikTok, where you have millions of people, somebody insulting somebody and some people watching and giving comments, encouraging the person to reform. Some people just make plans and showing their young ladies showing their beautiful bodies and people watching and all those things. A lot of bad things happening. And you see the crowd following these things. Disinformation and misinformation. The crowd following these things. As against what happens on, let's say,
LinkedIn.
So it tells you that it's positive. To them it's positive.
No. No.
Yes, to them it's positive. Yes.
Okay.
So it tells you the caliber of people living in the country.
Okay. So environment defines everything. That's how I approach it. Environment defines everything. Look, my parents, okay, were into business. Okay. Now, they set up their business in a sole proprietorship format. And that was what I knew to be business. So you'd realize that when I started business, it was sole proprietorship because that was what I knew. Until I started reading, and I asked myself, is Nestle a sole proprietorship business? Is MTN a sole proprietorship business? Then I got answers. No, it's not sole proprietorship. It's limited liability. Then public trading company or public liability company. You understand? My environment started what? Changing. So, you see, the environment defines the person. That is why when you see somebody who was born into a religious home, okay, the probability that the person will grow up and become a pastor or an imam is very high because of the environment. That is why I said you have to read. You have to watch positive things. Perhaps your environment, there will be a shift in the mind and you change your environment. Once you change your environment and you begin to consume positive things, when a lady on TikTok shows her body, you realize that your comment to that lady will be different from the crowd. Do you understand? That is why when people who live here for a while, okay, are unable to do anything because the environment what fuels that. But when they leave and they go outside and they see that their colleague wakes up in the morning, goes to work, comes, this person goes to work, comes, the time you only see your friend, okay, is weekend. Sometimes you don't even see them. Sometimes you send them a message, they don't reply. They reply after some few days. Then you would also begin to have a change of this in mind. This environment, everybody is working. Let me also do something. You understand? So it is the environment. I don't know if I've answered your question. Do you think I've answered your question?
Okay.
So I'll add something later. What then it means to say, most of us here, or most of you here are in your 20s. Very young. This is the game we have to do. We have to develop that. So you should be able to identify between what is good and what is bad. You see, if you do that and then you always go for what will help you, like they say, if you want to be like them, you do what they do. You also align with the right people. If you don't align with the right people, how are you going to be like them? So you be like those you watch. So you also be abusive, bully, always the bad things. Bad things are what you be doing. So it has to start from here. It has to start from here. You have to learn and apply the things that don't look at bad things and you just
You see, it is not by accident that somebody will be beating the wife. A man will be beating the wife. It is not by accident. Most of the time, that boy grew up in an abusive family. Okay? And what made it worse was the fact that he also watched movies or heard about people, males beating their wives because they feel when you beat your wife, it means you are in control. So you realize that when the person also gets married, the little thing, pow, beat the wife. Environment. You see, earlier in my presentation, I said that if you find yourself in an environment where there are a lot of negatives, create what? A mental positive environment and live in it. Unfollowing people that you follow who do not add any value to you. Watching movies that would increase you in positivity. Reading about successful people. If it is PhD you want to read about papers written by PhD graduates and all that. Change your environment. Do you understand? Okay. Any